Record it. There, I'm recording. For those of you who haven't done live stream with me, and I think I put it in the email, I try to record everyone. Sometimes I forget to record. If I forget to record, then I don't have a recording. But what I used to do is for people who said, I can't make it tonight, they email me, I can't make it, like there's 2 tonight, I can't make it, please send me the recording. If I forget to record, what I used to do is give them a refund of $5 on Venmo, but it really gets too much bookkeeping for what it's worth. So if you miss a class, tell me. If I record, I'll send it to you right away. If I forget to record, sorry. I usually remember to record. Okay, but otherwise it's like an in-person class, basically. So I'll put it out. Oh, let me get my microphone here. You'll hear me much better. What do you guys want to do tonight? Anyone have any requests? Certain parts of the body? Or should we just do our thing, our whole body thing?
I have a reoccurring stiffness in the left side of my neck. So if we could hit anything like that, that would be great.
Let's do that. Let's get the neck.
Okay.
So we'll put a lot of neck in here tonight. All right. So starting at your mats. And let's start on our backs tonight. So starting on your back. And by the way, you can always jump in if something happens. I don't think that's ever happened yet, but if I would lose audio or if some reason you can't see me, whatever, just feel free to jump in, and because I haven't muted you. I kind of forgot how to do that. I'll figure that out next week. All right, let's just start here on our mats. Nice and open in Shavasana. Open, open, open. So take your chin slightly to your chest. Now, because you're at home, you have the luxury of all sorts of props. So, Chris, you may want to grab, before Shavasana, because we'll be in this pose at the end for a while, you may want to grab a towel and just kind of roll it up and place it under your neck for Shavasana, if this position bothers your neck. So just feel your belly rise and fall. And just keep your awareness on that rise and fall of your belly. When your mind wanders, just bring it back there. And just notice how awareness of your breathing brings you inside into a more peaceful place, open place. Now slowly turn your head to the side. We'll start with neck right off the bat. Head to the side, to one side. I don't care what side. Okay, all the way over, as far over as you can get. And then when you're over as far to the side as you can, soften the shoulder beneath it. Soften the jaw. And notice where your head is touching the floor. Okay, the side of your head. Drop into that place. Feel the rise and fall of your belly from here. Just feel that nice calm. All right, we're just kind of getting rid of the day's junk here. Slowly, really slowly, take it to the other side and feel where your head is pressing against your mat as you do that. So first you go for the range of motion that's the greatest for you. And then you just soften there and melt there. Shoulder beneath you, jaw, eyeballs, neck. Slowly take your head back to center. Bring your legs together so that they're about hip distance apart. Okay, feet are parallel, so we're not toed out. anymore, nor are we toed in. Bring your arms up to the ceiling. Keep your upper back on the mat. Palms are facing each other. Arms are shoulder width. Lift up through the fingertips as you pull your navel down toward your spine. Keep your navel pulled down toward your spine. As you bring your arms overhead slowly, just feel those arm bones rotate. Feel a move in your shoulders. Don't touch your thumbs to the ground. Stay right above, and then reach up with the fingertips. Now from here, you may notice that one shoulder is a little bit more than the other. That's normal. For me, I feel it in the right. Turn your palms up. Draw your navel down and push those palms up to the ceiling. Yeah. Nice, nice. Turn the palms toward each other. Take the hands together, intertwine your fingers, bend your elbows out to the sides, and then scoop your palms under your skull, nestle your skull into your palms, and then drop the elbows to the ground and release in the upper back and the neck. Now bring the elbows up toward the ceiling, head stays down, and slowly pick up that big round bone of your skull. Take your chin to your chest. We're going to open the back of the neck here. All right, nice, nice, nice. Breathe here, full deep breaths. So try to let your hands, and really it's your arms, hold your head. Keep your neck relaxed. Don't use your neck. Okay, and just for Chris, what we're going to do from here is pull the elbows in a little more. Now listen up. Press into the right lower palm, the heel of your palm, to turn your chin towards your left shoulder. Actually, left armpit. If that doesn't feel good, do something else. Release the pressure in that palm. Press into the left heel of the palm. See, that's in the base of your skull, and it turns your head now to the right. Bring your chin toward your armpit. Now, here's where you can even pick up the head a little bit. Just look for the areas that need the stretch. Yeah, so you just kind of move your chin where you need to get those spots. Now, take the head back to center. Press both heels of both hands into the base of the skull, right and left. Look straight up to the ceiling. And now I want you to push the heels into the base of the skull and away from your shoulders. So it's like you're elongating the neck. Now place it down into the mat right there. Open your arms in a T position. Palms are up. Okay. If your feet went inward or outward, take them to the ceiling. Bend your right knee up toward your chest. Bring your arms up again. Intertwine your fingers. Place your palms into your shins. Elbows out to the sides as you press your thigh into the right side of your torso as deeply as you can. Push your shoulders away from your ears as you do this. Use the muscles in your arms. You're actually working the biceps and triceps here. And of course, opening your right hip and compressing the right ascending colon. So it's good for digestion. Slide your left hand down to the top of your right ankle. Draw that right heel toward your belly button. Right knee comes to the side. Take your right hand to your right inner thigh. Push that right knee out. We're rotating the femur in the right hip. Press a little more, a little more. It's a big joint. Okay, big joint. You really got to press. Now, keep that knee where it is. Take the right hand next to the left hand. Get a good hold of the top of the foot and the ankle. Bend both elbows to draw that heel up some more. Take your chin to your chest. All right, release that right leg to the ceiling. Grab the back of that leg, either the thigh or at the calf. Bend the elbow to take the top of that thigh towards your body again. Hamstrings up and down from the hip to the knee. Feel that. Breathe deeply, pushing the right side of your belly into your right thigh here. So the knee can be bent or straight. It's up to you. Release the arms in a T position. Straighten the leg as much as you can. Flex your right heel up to the ceiling. So the direction of the energy you're pushing through the heel is upward. Okay, opposingly, draw the navel downward. Those are your two opposing forces. Right hand comes to the inside of the right leg and gently draws it to the right side. If you want to place your left hand on your left hip to keep that put, you can do that. Ooh, right inner thigh. There it is. There it is. Just get it out to the side as much as you can. Knee can be bent. Now, once you get out there, just let that right hand and right arm put a little pressure, a little weight on that leg as it just hangs out there. Breathe into the right side of your groin and inner thigh. Take your awareness there. Feel it. Release the left arm to a T pose if you're holding your hip. Release the right arm to the side. Flex your right heel and then begin to make circles out here to the side. Just nice and small and controlled. Feel the femur rotate in the hip joint. Yeah, and you're using those thigh muscles, especially in the inner thighs. Reverse. Bring the leg back up to the ceiling. Flex the heel a lot. Soften across the upper back and the shoulders. Take your chin to your chest and you're ready to go. Draw the navel down. Keep that right foot flexed and come down really slowly. Push through that heel. Keep the leg long all the way down. All the way down. Here's where the abdominals work. Got the hips and abs both working. As soon as that right heel touches the ground, soften both legs, and I want you to feel the warmth in your right hip. Feel your belly move. Now take that warmth that you've created in your right hip, send it all the way down your right leg, and let it fill your right foot and the toes of your right foot. Take that right foot, make sure it's up toward facing the ceiling again. Same with the left. All right. Bend the left knee, bring it to your chest. Bring your arms up, interlace your fingers. Bring your palms down to your shin. Elbows come out to the sides as you press down into that shin. Yeah, press down as much as you can. Listen, keep the work in the arms. Push the shoulders away from your ears. Try not to let it migrate up to the shoulders. You're using the shoulder muscles a little bit, but if they're crunched up toward your ears, that's not a good thing. Press some more. Feel that crease at the bottom of your torso and top of your left thigh. Deepen. Oh yeah. Now, what about if we deeply breathe, pressing the belly into the thigh left side, descending colon. Big deep belly breaths. All right, slide that right hand down. Let it grab the top of the left ankle. Okay, that left knee turns out to the side as you draw that heel up towards your belly button. Now take your left hand to your inner thigh and just gently coax that knee a little bit more to the side. What that's doing is rotating the femur, opening the hip up even some more. Keep the knee there. And then the left hand comes next to the right. Position the hands so they're comfortable. All right. Now bend both elbows out to the sides to bring that heel up and get even more in that hip. Now soften the shoulders. Yeah, use the upper arm muscles instead. Breathing here, letting your belly be soft. You can even feel the clearing across your forehead into your eyes. Release the right arm, T position, left arm, T position. Okay, what the heck was I doing here? Oh, I'm wrong. Straighten, wait, sorry. Bring the knee to center, straighten the leg to the ceiling. Let's get the hamstring. Okay, intertwine your fingers behind your leg, bend your elbows. We'll get the hamstring first. So just bend them, taking the top of that thigh toward the body. And now you should be able to locate the hamstrings. They should be telling you something here. Breathe into them. Nice stretch. All right, yeah, from here we go. Now I'm not confused. Left arm out to the side, T position. Let's place our right hand on our right hip bone. Flex that heel up to the ceiling. That's the left heel. Pull the navel down toward the ground and slowly bring that left leg out to the side. We might have had the hand on the inside of the leg. Do that. Yeah. Take the left hand to the inside of the leg. That's going to add a little more weight. So the right hand is on that right hip so it doesn't turn to the left. All right, then just hang out there. And you can feel how the weight of your arm, your hand pressing into the leg adds a little more. Left groin, left inner thigh, nice and open here. Now release both arms out to a T position. Flex your left heel a lot. Draw your navel down and start to make little circles with your heel. Keep the leg as long as you can, right? Try not to bend the knee much. Reverse. All right, bring the leg back to center, all the way up to the ceiling. Flex that heel a lot. Draw your navel down. Push through the heel as you slowly bring that left leg down to the ground. Really slowly keep pressing through the heel all the way down, all the way down. There's the lower belly working. All right, when the heel touches the ground, that's your signal to take your awareness to your left hip. Soften both legs. Feel the warmth you've created on that left side now. Just appreciate that. And then let it spill down your leg. Go into your foot, your toes. All right, nice. Since we're on our backs, let's do core first. Okay, before we get up. So bend your knees. Place your feet into the ground. They're parallel. You're wearing skis and the tips are not touching. Okay, chin to the chest. Palms are down. Bring them between a T pose and your body. Okay, wiggle that chin to the chest. Draw your navel down as deeply as you can. You're going to feel your tail pick up a little bit. You're going to feel your pelvis come up a little bit. Keep that pelvic tilt. Lift all 10 toes off your mat. Push into the large and the small ball mound of the foot that's under the big toe and the pinky toe. Okay, you're pressing down into those and into your heels. Now toes come to the ground. I want you to feel the soles of your feet. Slowly lift your tail up off the ground, your lower back, and up into your mid back. We're not going to come all the way up. Mid back. Hold this. It's not fully bridge pose, but almost. Push deeply into your feet and just press your butt cheeks up toward the ceiling. They're definitely going to ignite. Nice. Hold it. Press into the feet. Slowly bring it back down one vertebrae at a time. Bring your knees to your chest. And release that. Okay, reverse tabletop. So your knees are over your hips. Feet are flexed, heels are flexed. Okay, let's do the middle back or the lower back first. Take your arms up to the ceiling, make two fists.
Bring your fists together and then drop them down just below your knees. Okay? Elbows can be bent if you need to do that. Okay, now pull your belly down toward the ground until you feel your lower back flatten. Now, press your inner thighs into your fists as deeply as you can while you're drawing your navel down. Really intense isometric move. Yeah. And release. Bring your knees to your chest. Come back to reverse table. Flex your heels. This time we're going to take the palms to the upper thighs. Okay, we're going to flex the heels a little more, draw your navel down, and press your thighs into your palms and your palms into your thighs. Feel this all throughout the abdominals and in the lower back. So you get the entire 360 core here. Nice. Release. Bring the arms up to the ceiling. Palms are facing each other. Bring your hands together. Intertwine your fingers. Scoop under your head with your palms. Elbows are open nice and wide. Okay, you're looking straight up at the ceiling. Lift your head and your upper back, a little bit of your upper back off the ground. Okay, feel the upper abdominals here. Little more. Hold this and pulse right here. Pulse. Just little pulses. So we're starting with the upper ab muscles. You exhale when you come up. Deep exhales, everyone. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Open those elbows wider. Bring the knees to the chest. Straighten the legs, send them out. There's the lower abs. Bring them in. Send them out. In and out. If your lower back is hurting, that means your feet should come a little bit closer to the ceiling, not so close to the ground. Now, next time the knees come in, pull them in a lot, lift the face and the chest a little bit more, and pulse the knees toward the chest and the chest toward the knees. You're still looking straight up at the ceiling though. Crunches. Hold it at the top. Listen up. I want you to take your heels slowly to the ground, just slowly, but not quite, not quite. Sorry, hover. Now bring them back, squeeze up at the top, bring them down toward the ground, just as much as the lower back can handle. Bring them up. These are intense. Down toward the ground and up. Check the elbows, make sure they're still drawing out to the side. Slow and controlled. Hold it at the top and pulse, 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 pulse and hold. Straighten the right leg. Take the left knee closer to you. Lift a little higher. Turn your torso toward the left knee. Bring it back to center. Other side. Switch. Other side. Right side. Switch. Slow motion bicycle. And switch. And again. And just go for it, your own pace. Now remember, you're not just turning your body side to side, you're lifting and then turning the torso. All right, bring it down to the ground. Take your knees to your chest. Oh, give yourself a nice big hug. Okay, chin to the chest, open your arms to a T position. Remember, the arm should be a little lower than the shoulders or shoulder, not above the shoulders. Okay, wrap your right leg over your left. Wiggle your chin to your chest, and then slowly drop your legs to the right side. Put a spinal twist in here. All right, nice, nice. We've got a twist at the hips, right? Hips are turned to the right. The spine is twisted. Now you've got the left chest open. You can bend the left arm and even bring it down a little bit if that feels better across the chest and shoulder. Now add deep belly breaths to this. Really move your belly underneath all this. All right, draw your navel back, squeeze your legs together, bring them back to center. All right, unlock the legs and just take the hips side to side, giving a nice massage for the lower back. And then begin to walk the hips one at a time as you're making this move toward the bottom of your mat. It's just going to take them down there a little. It's going to straighten your spine before we twist to the other side. All right, knees are bent. Relax the shoulders. Right leg crosses over the left, chin to the chest. Slowly, legs drop to the left. Now, because you're home, you can always get a pillow to put under the legs if they don't fall into the ground. Another trick too is move them away from the arm. Then you may be able to get them into the ground. This is a passive stretch, so you really want to let go of everything here. You don't want to be holding anything up. Now add the breath nice and deep. Soften both shoulders. Just notice that feeling in the mind body when the spine is twisted, right? That release across the forehead and deep in the eyeballs. Draw your navel back, squeeze your legs together, bring your legs back up to center and uncross them. And this time, how about some little circles? So just circle your knees. Now, if you've got your hands on top of your knees, just be really gentle on the kneecaps. And if you don't want to hold it there, you can go and right above at the thighs, but just nice circles with the knees to circle the lower back, reverse. Okay, now arms out to the sides, T position, bend the elbows, cactus pose, chin to the chest. Soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides, drop your feet into the ground. Let your femurs splay open, your thigh bows splay open. And feel your belly rise and fall here. Bring your knees back to center. Cross at the ankles. Okay, grab a hold under your thighs. Okay, intertwine your fingers. Actually, don't cross at the ankles. I changed my mind. Okay, flick your feet up to the ceiling and then to the top of your mat and hold. If you can, keep your feet off the ground. Now back up to the ceiling, come up. If you keep your feet off the ground, you're going to do some core work here. Along the spine, and this time all the way up. Okay. Seated pose. We already did core. What do you think? All right. So seated pose here. And take your right foot in front of the left. So don't cross the legs. So we're going to have right leg and right shin in front of the left. Take a hold of the left leg at the ankle with your hands and just kind of scooch it a little closer to you. Okay. Now the other ankle, the right one, scooch that a little closer to you. Right leg is in front of the left. Take your fingertips to the ground. Okay. Keep your back straight. Come forward from your hips, hinge from your hips. So you're really drawing your spine forward. As you walk your hands forward,
Okay, now drop the elbows toward the ground and release the entire head. Just drop it. Breathe here. All right, walk your hands back. Keep your right leg where it is. Take your left leg to the side of you, knee facing forward, shin parallel to the front, one of the edges of your mat. I'm not sure how you're oriented there. Okay, so the right knee is to the side, left knee is to the front. Naturally, the left hip picks up. Try to drop that hip. Just try to let it drop. Fingertips into the mat. Okay, take the left arm up. Move it across your body. Let the left hand grab the top of your right thigh. Now bring the right arm up, excuse me. Bring it behind you as you begin to turn your belly to the right and push into that left hand. Keep the left elbow bent and close to your body. Right fingertips touch the floor. I think it might be better to show it this way. Right fingertips touch the floor, and we're getting another spinal twist. And release that. Bring it forward again. Okay, this time take the left leg in front of the right. Remember how you took the ankles and you draw those legs in and those ankles in as close to you as you can. Okay, fingertips to the ground. Walk it forward, hinge from the hips. Keep the spine as long as you possibly can. And then once you've said like, okay, I can't go any farther, then you drop your elbows and you drop your head and you don't worry about keeping the spine straight anymore. You just melt into the pose. And then you breathe and you have your belly underneath you. So that's such a good feeling. Really inflate it. And when you inflate the belly from this position, you can even take the breath to your back body and you'll feel the back expand. You'll get a good expansion in the back, a little massage. And straighten the elbows, walk your fingertips back toward your body, keep that left knee to the side, get that right leg out of there, and take the right knee forward. Of course, now you're really hiked up in that right hip, so you just allow it to come down. And what you're going to do is you're going to feel the inner thigh and the outer thigh release when you do that. All right, let's keep the left arm down this time. Right arm comes across, all the way across your body. The hand grabs the top of that thigh. Now, the elbow, I didn't explain this right away last time, but I should. That elbow is bent. Look at your right elbow is bent in front of you. Draw it in toward your torso. Draw it in, draw it in. Let's that shoulder release. Now, left arm comes up. Draw your navel back toward your spine. Turn it to the left. Bring the left arm back. Come down into the fingertips back there. Now press some more into that thigh to turn your torso. Keep the shoulders low. Okay, it's a really deep one. Okay, now in this position, I want you to go for a belly breath. Work through the resistance of the twist. Make your belly move. Good massage for the lower organs. And release this. All right, let's bring both legs forward. Just kind of get the house in order here. Get everything back to where it was. Everything nice and balanced. Both legs are in front of you. I'm going to go sideways to show you. Okay, so we're in this really nice L position. And you're like, so what? Big deal. I'm in this, I think it's called staff pose, if I recall. But it's really a great pose. Draw your navel back.
Press that energy into your sitting bones, flex your heels, and press the backs of your legs into the ground. Look what you did already. Now lift your heart just a little bit, drop your shoulders. Now bring your hands forward. Okay, and again, we're hinging from the hips. All right, so we're not bending from the sides of the waist, but from the hips. So as you walk your hands toward your ankles, you bring your spine over your legs, and there's the seated fold. And then, just like we did when we were in the other position, release, just melt into it. Forget about keeping the back straight. You can bend your knees a bit. Just fold into yourself. And as you're in your seated fold, instead of a belly breath, work towards a 360-degree rib breath. So you take your ribs out to the sides, front, which actually will be down towards your legs, and back, which will be up to the ceiling. So you breathe using your entire rib cage. It feels great. Try it. And just feel that breath, right? It just goes down the backs of your legs and back of your neck as you release your head. Now walk your hands back towards your body to come up. And move it into a table pose. All right, middle fingers. Draw a line from them to the top of your mat. They should be making a T. If they're not, rearrange your hands. Fingers are definitely spread apart. We're going to use those hands. Press into every finger and the edges of both your palms. Lift your belly. Look back at your knees. They should be dropped directly under your hips. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Okay, lift the belly again. Nice. Take the left knee in just a few inches. Send the right leg out with a flexed heel. Push out through that flexed heel. Yeah, feel the energy run the back, down the back of that right leg. Lift it a little more. There's your glutes, and a little more. Keep the belly lifted. Nice, nice, nice. Now bend the knee. Press the heel up to the ceiling. Now bring the heel toward your nose, the knee toward your nose and your nose toward your knee. So you're rounding your back here, lifting your belly, send it out again, straighten into table with one leg lifted, flex that heel, bend the knee, push it up to the ceiling, bring it to the nose, round, send that leg straight back, bend the knee. Now, pump the heel up toward the ceiling. Look down at your mat between your hands so the neck can stay relaxed. Belly is lifted, little pulses, got it in the glutes. Hold it up a little more. Bring the right knee all the way out to the side. Now bring thigh to thigh. Bring the leg down, thighs kiss. Bring it up. Bring it down. Fire hydrants. Bring it up. Bring it down. Bring it up. Sides of your glutes. Do you feel that? Bring it down. Nice and controlled. Bring it up and hold it. Straighten the leg and bend it. Straighten, bend. Straighten, bend. I know you feel your right butt cheek. Straighten, bend. Bring it down next to the left. Curl your toes. Your knees are close. They're not hip distance. Press down in your toe pads. Push your hips back toward your heels. Press those toe pads even more deeply into the mat. Release those toes. All the little joints of your toes. Rock your hips back and forth so you can get a good opening in the little joints of your toes. Bring it back up again. Tops of the feet into the mat again. Bring the left leg out this time. If you need to rearrange the right, go for it. Flex the heel. Lift it a little higher and a little higher. Press through it. Keep the belly lifted. Bend your knee. Push the heel up to the ceiling. Feel the glutes. Yeah, enjoy that. Enjoy that. Little more. All right. Nose to the knee, rounding the back. Send the leg straight back with this flexed heel. Now bend. Push it up to the ceiling with the heel. Round knee to the nose. Send it back straight. Bend the knee. Lift the heel and pulse the heel up to the ceiling. Pulse. Remember, you're looking straight down at your mat between your hands. Keeps the neck in alignment with the rest of the spine. Hold it up there. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Bring the knee to the side. Okay, getting ready for fire hydrants. Now kiss the thighs. Lift. Together. Lift, slow and controlled. Lift. Together. Lift and hold. Straighten the leg. Bend it. Straighten, push out, out, out. Use resistance. Bend. Straighten. Bend. Straighten. Bend and bring it down. Okay, we've been on the ground a lot. We've done a lot of stuff on the ground. Okay, we're going to come up soon, I promise. Okay, table pose. Got your hands in the right position, middle fingers. Check your knees, under your thighs, under your hips. All right, that's a table. Lift your belly. Now, drop your belly, lift your hips, send your heart forward, come into cow pose. Oh, yeah. Feel the heels of your hands, the bottom of your palms. Press into them like you want to drag them back toward your knees. And at the same time, you want to press your heart forward. There's the two opposing forces right there. Release. Round up into cat pose. Drop your head. Oh, there's a nice neck release right there. Weight of your head. Let it go. Turn your head slowly to the right and to the left in this position. And back to center. All right, come back into a cow pose, drop your udders, lift your tail. Oh yeah, spread those hips apart, spread them apart, okay? Dig into the bottoms of your palms, the edges, bottom edges of your palms, and then it's as if you want to slide them back to your knees, and you want to slide your knees toward your palms, but they're glued together. Feel that resistance. And release into cat pose. All right, curl the toes. Come on up, down dog. Okay. All right, so just kind of, move it around a little bit. Maybe walk your dog, bending one knee and then the other, pressing that opposite heel back to open the calves. But remember, no matter what you're doing, you're always pressing back when you're in dog. You're always lifting the hips, pressing them up and back, pressing the chest back, moving it away from the hands. All right. Left foot comes in, just off center. Right leg sweeps up. We got a three-legged dog here. Try to drop that left heel into the mat or as close as you can get it. Push your hands forward as you drive your chest back towards your left thigh. Turn your hips to the right. And when you do that, you're going to load into the left shoulder some more. So you have to really push into the left hand. You drive your mat away from you to keep the shoulder strong and open. Lift the right ankle to the ceiling. Notice how that opens the left inner thigh. Bend the knee. Let the foot draw back, push into that left hand again. Circle the ankle. Reverse the circle. Straighten the leg. Turn your hips so they're facing the mat. Look forward between your hands. Take the right foot forward between your hands. Okay, everyone, make sure your knee is over your ankle. Okay, now press that left heel back. Squeeze your left butt cheek and feel the energy run down the back of your left leg. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Press more deeply into your right foot until you feel your right thigh muscles react. And then straighten your right knee for pyramid pose, walking your hands back. If you want even more, you bend your elbows and you drop some weight as you draw your torso down toward that leg. Feel it in the right hip. Draw that left heel back. A lot going on here. Bend your right knee, bring it forward until it's over your ankle. All right, drop your left knee to the ground, top of the left foot to the ground, come to your fingertips, lift your torso. Now press your hips forward to get the left hip flexor nice and open. Release from that, curl your left toes, lift your left knee, look back there at your left foot, turn it out to the side and hop it forward a bit. You may want to walk your right foot to the right side of your mat a little bit. Find a foundation for warrior one, come up. And if you don't have your foundation quite right when you get up, rearrange things with the feet. Now, make sure you're pressing into the outer edge of your left foot and keeping an arch in that foot. Okay? There's a really nice, well, anyway, I'm not going to get into the feet today. I'm learning a lot about feet, but really, if you press into the outer edge of that foot, you're activating the entire foot. Okay, now draw your navel back, squeeze your left butt cheek, open your arms out to the sides, turn your palms back behind you, squeeze your arms together, feel the wing bones come together, lift your heart to the ceiling. And if you need to bend that back leg to do this, go for it. Straighten the torso. Send the arms forward and send the torso forward. Reach forward. Now take your right hand and your right arm, drop it to the inside of your right leg. Press them into one another. Lift your left arm and turn your torso. Feel the right inner thigh get a nice opening. Turn the palm behind you. Draw that arm back. Back some more. And then you're there. If you bend your elbow, you bound. You've given yourself a bind. If you don't like to bind, don't. Deep binders can even get under the leg with the right arm. Release the bind. Left arm comes up to the ceiling. Cartwheel up to warrior two. All right, just kind of get repositioned in your warrior two. Make sure the knee is still, okay, so the knee is either over the ankle or behind it. Where you don't want your knee to be is like this, toward the toes. That makes the knee really unstable. Bad for the knee. All right, reach out toward your fingertips. Draw your navel back, lift your heart. Chin to the chest slightly. Right palm comes up. Spread those fingers apart and shine the palm up to the ceiling. Bring it up to the ceiling, over your head and behind you. Left arm just drops wherever. Left shoulder's totally relaxed. All right, now you have access to the right rib cage. Breathe into it. Breathe into it. And warrior two again. Turn your right foot facing the edge of your mat. Move the left foot over so that you're in a nice wide V pose, because we're going to come down. Again, you're hinging from your hips. All right. Yeah, let's just invert. Let's just go all the way upside down here. So you can do what you want with your arms. You can grab the backs of your ankles. You can put your hands to the ground, whatever. The main thing is just really relax the body, okay? So from the hips down, you want to just let it go. All right, now, Chris, here's a perfect position where we can get the neck. The neck is almost in a traction here, right? You've got a lot of space between those cervical vertebrae, the neck. So make your skull heavy and don't hold it up. Let the neck muscles relax. And then if you want to, you can really slowly turn the head from right to left without creating any tension. Let gravity keep taking the head. Palms under your face into the ground. Press down. We're going to go into a wide dog. Walk your hands forward. Draw your navel up. Drop your head between your arms. Press your heart back there. Soften the elbows when you come back so that you can soften the shoulder blades. Glide forward. Walk your hands back. Turn your right foot to the front of your mat again. Lift your left heel, turn those toes totally forward, and move the foot to the side in the front there so we can get into a pigeon pose. All right, send the left leg straight back. And come on over. Leveling the hips before you drop weight. So when I say dropping weight on the hips, I'm talking about your torso coming right over those hips. Now look for your breath. And curl the back toes. Take the palms to the sides of your mat. Lift the left knee, squeeze your left butt cheek, press your torso and your hips up. Send your right leg back, lift your hips, look for down dog, walk your hands forward, your feet forward or your hands back. All right, again, you can walk your dog or you can wag the tail. And if you're doing this side to side with your hips, make sure you're pulling your belly up, engaging the core as you do this. All right, bring the right foot in and the left foot up, three-legged dog. Drop that right heel. Push your hands toward the front of your mat. Draw your chest back. Lift that leg a little higher. And turn your hips to the left. There's a weight going into the right shoulder. That's okay. Press deeply into the right hand. Push the mat away from you. Feel how that opens the shoulder, activates it, keeps it open and strong. Lift the ankle up to the ceiling. Send the heel to the right side of your mat just a little bit. Bend the knee. Okay, circle the foot. Get the ankle. Reverse. Straighten that leg again. Swivel the hips so they're facing the mat. Look forward between your hands. And your left foot's going to go there. Remember, you start right away with the architecture. Knee over the ankle, and then you shimmy those right toes back. As far back as you can get them. And now you can really squeeze the right butt cheek. Nice. Squeeze it some more. Feel the right inner thigh. Squeeze that in toward the thigh bone. Okay, now press deeply into your left foot until your thighs get active on that, your left thigh gets active on that side. Now, straighten the knee, drop your right heel, okay? Pyramid pose, walk your hands back. And then if you want more, bend your elbows back, drop your forehead toward your shin, and drop some weight into this. Bend the left knee, bring it forward again. Drop the right knee to the mat, top of the foot to the mat. Come to the fingertips to lift your torso. Push your hips forward. Just feel like you want to drive them forward. Not going to move barely at all, but you're going to feel your right hip flexor get activated. Release from that. Curl your back toes, lift that knee. Turn your right foot out to the right. Little bit, right about that 45. We're looking for the foundation for warrior one. Once you think you have it, draw up with the torso and the arms. Okay. Pressing into the outer edge of that right foot. Squeezing that right butt cheek, use it. Okay. Bring the arms open to the sides. Rotate the palms back, pinkies forward. Really nice deep rotation in the arms. Feel that in the shoulders. Bring the arms back. Lift the chest. Lift, lift, lift. You can bend that back leg a little if that feels good. And come back up with the arms. Now reach forward. Reach, reach, reach. Oh, yeah. Feel the left hip and the left thighs work. Press deeply into the left foot. Drop the left arm to the inside of the leg. Press them into one another. Reach out with the right fingertips. Now bring them up to the ceiling to turn your torso. Now turn that palm behind you on that top arm. Bring the arm back. Feel how that opens the shoulder. Oh, that's great for the shoulder. Bend the knee. Bend the elbow. I meant. If you want to give yourself a bind. If you don't want to bind, that's fine. If you want a deep bind, you can even come over that front, under that front leg with the left arm. Release the bind. Cartwheel up. Warrior two. Okay, enjoy your warrior two here. Spread your arms apart to open the heart. Rotate the left palm up. Open the fingers. Oh, shine that palm up to the ceiling, lift it. Lose the right arm, just lose it, just lose it. Okay, here we go. Axis to the left rib cage. Give it some breath. You're working through a lot to get the breath into the left rib cage, right? But just direct it there. And warrior two again. Warrior one, turn the hips forward, come down, and move that foot that's under you toward the right side of your mat. Drop the knee to the other side, pigeon pose, left hip, send the right leg straight back. Level the hips before you drop down. And slowly release from your pigeon, palms on the edges of your mat. Curl your back toes, lift that knee, squeeze that butt cheek. Now you press into the hands to lift your body, send the left leg back, walk it to the center of your mat. Okay, bend the knees, sit in a little chair back there, drop your belly onto your thighs, grab the backs of your ankles and drop your head. Swing your arms back and forward, lift up. Open the arms, hinge from the hips, swan dive, drop down, standing forward fold. Here's a nice neck release right here. Press your palms into your shins, extend your spine for monkey pose. Bend your knees, drop down again, grab the backs of your ankles, drop your head. Swing the arms back, lift up. Open the arms, swan dive. And monkey pose. Fold again. Bend your knees. Drop your arms. All right, let's waterfall. Bring the arms back, lift up, inhale. Exhale through the mouth, bend the knees, come down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. One more inhale, stay down. All right, so we're just going to hang upside down. If you want to bend your elbows, clasp opposite elbows, that might feel good. You can even swing your trunk from side to side like an elephant here. Bring it back to center. Release the elbows if you have them. Slowly roll up. And once you're at the top, lift your elbows. Sorry, your shoulders towards your ears. Bring them back. Drop them down back there. Palms facing forward, Tadasana. Turn the palms toward your body. Bring your right arm up. Bend your elbow. Take the side of your head with your right hand, left side of your head. Drop your left shoulder. Now take your right ear towards your right shoulder. So there's the left side of the neck. Now what you can do, wait a while. Just as things relax, as that shoulder drops, you can almost feel the insertion of those muscles like in the upper back and the skull. So what you can do too is you can just slowly take your chin down just a little bit and kind of look for the places that are tight, just a little, or even bring it up a little. But usually down is where you're going to find it, but just kind of moving your chin, really tiny movements to find the tightest places. And once you find that place, stay there and breathe. And release the head to center. Take the right arm down, left arm comes up. Drop that right shoulder. Bend the elbow. Got the right side of the head this time. Slowly left ear toward the left shoulder, and you can feel the right side of your neck opening up here. So just stay in this position till the muscles, the soft tissue begins to release. And then once you get some release, you can play with moving the chin. I'm just talking about millimeters, not much, like maybe just a little toward your shoulder or toward your armpit, or maybe forward. Just kind of fine tune it with that movement. And release. Bring both arms up. Namaste Mudra, bring it to your heart. All right, let's get it to the ground, belly down. Crocodile pose. Restorative pose. So you're gonna take your palms face down and one on top of the other. Rest your forehead on that top hand. Feet are definitely toed in. Legs are hip distance or closer. Now use this pose to release everything from practice, everything, to just clear it all out. You can also use the movement of your belly pressing into the mat to open your lower back. Try that. As you press the belly into the mat, it has nowhere to go. So that movement goes up to the lower back and spreads it open. And slowly come up. Okay, bring it into Sphinx pose. So your elbows are under your shoulders and they're shoulder width. Feet are still toed in. Now, press into the hands, the fingers are spread apart, and press into the elbows. Press into the parts of the lower arms that are touching the mat. Now, your hands are stuck in your sticky mat, but try to drag your hands back toward your elbows and at the same time, press your chest forward. Keep the neck relaxed. This is a lower back toner. Release and drop your head. Okay, now take your hands into the mat, chest level. We're getting ready for Cobra here. Draw your elbows in toward your body. Push your elbows down toward your feet. That takes the shoulders with them, right? Takes them away from the ears. Lift your pubic bone, roll it up toward your belly button, drop it down again to open the lower back. And here we go. Slowly peel your front body off the mat. Try to recruit the back muscles. Push into the hands as little as possible, right? We want to use the back muscles more than the arm muscles. Now, once you come up, some of you may want to back bend and bring it up higher. You're going to have to push into the hands to do that, of course. And when you come down just as slowly and draw those elbows in. Push the shoulders away from your ears. Feel the front of your body make contact with your mat. Kiss your forehead to the mat. Come up one more time. And if you want to twist at the top, you can look over one shoulder and draw it back, only if it feels okay. Listen to your lower back. Other side too. And come back down. Once your forehead touches the ground, turn your head to one side. Release your arms to the sides of your body. Elbows are bent, so the arms are away from your body a bit. Palms are up. And just rest into that cheekbone. Now, very slow motion style, turn your head to the other side until you get to the other cheekbone and rest on that side. And then bring your head back to center. Palms into the mat at your chest. Lift up into tabletop pose again. Curl your tail and send your hips back. Just a slow drawing back into child's pose. Spine is nice and supple now after practice, so taking advantage of this to open it up. And then you just fold into your child's pose. You can have your arms forward or arms next to your body, but you really want to keep the shoulders relaxed. So a bend in the elbows is always a good thing in child's pose. All right. And then if you're staying for Shavasana, you can flip it over onto your back again where we started. All right. And then soften your eyes, close your eyelids if they're not. Make sure that your legs are open, your arms are open. Take up some space and just breathe. All right, trying to keep your mind body, your thoughts, your feelings within your physical body. The easiest way to do that, if you drift away, if they drift apart, is to take your awareness to your breath. Just simply observing your inhale and exhale, maybe at your nostrils, maybe your belly rising and falling, maybe your rib cage. Totally normal when your body is this relaxed for the mind to float. But when you have them all together, it's the awareness that shines through, right? You're very aware of what your body feels like, what your thoughts are. And then, of course, there's that inner peace, that kind of spirit part of you that you can feel. Really allowing your back body to soften. Noticing how the breath, the in-breath, kind of gently pulls you up, and your out-breath gently drops you back down. Right? It's like a lifting up toward the heavens, and then a coming back down to the earth. Just enjoy that breath, that ride. Enjoying the quiet and the stillness. Not only the stillness of your environment, but the stillness within you, the quiet within you. Just sensing that you're a being, and you're well. And in your Shavasana practice this evening, if you'd like to put a prayer, an intention, or a sankalpa within it, you can do that now. Form that seed. Just easy. It can be the simplest thing ever, or not. Next exhale, release it. Just go back to your body breathing. The breath that carries life force, the prana. Move it within you. Take it into every cell. Feel it clear your mind. Feel it warm your heart. Feel it relax your body.
Okay, and slowly making your transition. And when you're ready, gently rolling to your right side, knees tucked up, rest on your right arm. And then very slowly and deliberately bring yourself to seated pose. And once in seated pose, close your eyes again. Go inside again, feel it. Find that inner peace. Your breath. Arms extended out, palms up. Inhale overhead. Exhale, bring it down. Namaste. Okay, thanks everyone. Our first fall session, and it's going to be a long one. By the way, make sure you check your emails where I sent you the link to this class, because there are going to be 3 weeks where I'm on vacation and there are no classes. We leave September 27th, so whatever that Thursday is. Also, good news, and I know for sure that Joelle's going to like this. I'm going to continue doing these on Thursdays in winter. I'm not going to move them to Tuesdays when I leave to go to California. I'm going to keep them on Thursdays. You like that, right, Joelle? And that way people can do Tuesday, because there's someone who's going to have, Dale, my sub, is going to do in person in winter when I'm gone. So we'll keep on that same Tuesday, in person, Thursday. I hope I'm making sense. In other words, you get to do both. I used to last winter, what I did is when I left town, I did Tuesday live stream instead of Thursday, just because I didn't want it near the weekend. But then I realized it doesn't matter. We're not working, it doesn't matter. So Thursday keeps it more consistent, and some people like Thursday better.
Okay, great.
Ciao. Have a good night, everyone.
Great to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.